I'm Sarah Bozich, and welcome to What's on Tap. We're here today at Cafe 1500, where I recently sat down with Harrisburg fixture Fred Clark. Just a word of warning, some of this language is a little bit stronger than we're used to. I know that you're from the area. You grew up in Middletown, correct?
Grew up in Middletown, yes.
So what was it like growing up in this area?
It's very different. I mean, you see that people here are very, very conservative, and you have different ideas and different dreams and hopes and aspirations, yet you know there's a whole new world out there. I mean, whether it's in New York or Philly or LA or Bangladesh or Rome, and you know there's something more out there, but you're here and you're still trying to fit in. And I always realized that there was something bigger and better, and I wanted to make sure I had an opportunity to see what's out there and to travel and to experience. So just growing up in Middletown, I always realized that where you come from isn't where you're going to go. And even though I came from here and I love it here and this is my roots, I know that there's somewhere else out there.
So why stay in the area?
Because it's home. I mean, I think everybody needs a home base. I think everyone needs a place to lay their hat. My kids are here, my company is here, my friends are here, what I know is here, and it's comfortable. But then what happens is you understand no matter where you are at, that's your home. And you have to be happy with you. You have to be happy in that moment. You have to be happy wherever you go. And I've always felt comfortable wherever I'm at. It might not be my address, but I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to explore and experience and share and learn and understand that life is very short.
So when we first met, you were serving as executive director of the Harrisburg Downtown Improvement District, but you had come from a background in sports.
Right.
Tell me about your first job you came from Penn State, correct? And then you were working as a coach for a number of different schools,
Right.
And then athletic director.
I've done coaching, high school basketball, track and field, officiated high school and college basketball. Athletic director. I mean, I've always enjoyed sports, but I also understand sports is a way to go somewhere else. And I love the camaraderie. I love the competition. I like the things that you learn from playing sports. And those things help me in my professional career. How to work together as a team. How to understand that there's different ideas and different values, to understand that people have a different way of doing things and playing things. And more importantly, it's working together as a unit. Sports is a great vehicle for young people, a great vehicle to stay in shape. So I think sports in some way has transcended into what I do now. So even when I was executive director of Downtown Improvement District, it was really about bringing people together for a common purpose, which is to create a place where it's not the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Right.
It's not the Dillsburg pickle, you know? And you know, there's people who like beer, there's people who like wine, there's people who like nightclubs. There's a place where people can go that you can bring together that can enjoy each other and experience at the same time. So even when I look back at my time as athletic director or playing sports, it really taught me that it was about bringing people together to try to do something good.
Mayor Reed had been mayor for quite some time, but what was it about like that late 90s, early 2000s? Like what had changed?
I really believe that it was a collection of everybody. I mean, Steve Reed, Mayor Reed, is a great catalyst. And no one builds it themselves. No one does it themselves. And when you look at HYP, when you look at Harrisburg Magazine, when you look at Ron Miner, when you look at Ron Camianca, Rick Galliardo, and the list goes on and on and on, all these people, again, working together to get a Starbucks, you know, to get a outdoor nightclub, to get a downtown nightclub, a great 4-star restaurant. So, you know, Steve did a great job allowing everybody else to play together.
Tell me about, like, how did you come up with these ideas? And, you know,
be honest with you, I mean, I honestly, I have 1,000 more ideas, you know, and but those days have gone.
Yeah.
And now it's somebody else's turn to do something greater and better. And hopefully, whether it's the hanging baskets, whether it's the trolleys, whether it's the First Fridays, whether it's the full-page ads in Philadelphia Magazine and New York Magazine, whether it's these commercials or outdoor festivals. I mean, all this stuff is a collection of everybody else's work. And I'm just happy that somebody else is trying to make it better and that we don't go backwards.
What were some of your favorite things about those early years of the Harrisburg Renaissance? Like when we had the trolley, which I just remembered today actually, and we need those back.
I think a couple things is seeing persons of color interact with people from the West Shore and people from downtown. That everybody just didn't stay in their little fiefdoms and quadrants and shy poking uptown. And by bringing all these festivals, jazz and blues and Latino and salsa, and bringing people downtown, creating jobs, whether they're servers or bus runners or bartenders, having that type of interaction, having a platform for people to voice their ideas and concepts, with bringing them, tying in all the festivals. Bringing in the block party from 2nd Street. I forget what it used to be called.
Backyard Bash.
Backyard Bash, thank you.
It's back.
Where is it, by the way?
It's still uptown again.
Oh, is it uptown? Okay.
Know.
Well,
yeah,
I brought it
still have
downtown.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was good when it was downtown.
But bringing people, different people, together. That is one of the things I'm most proud of.
So tell me about Clark Resources.
Right now, the president is Todd Gilchrist, and the vice president is Elizabeth Benyon. She's a genius. She's a godsend to our company, and Todd has done an amazing job growing the business. Basically, we have a call center, and we work with major clients from the health industry to accounting firms to credit cards. I mean, all across the board, a whole gambit of call center work. We have a diversity company, which assists majority companies with their hiring and contracting for minority and women opportunities. Across the board, a whole spectrum of contracts, vending and supply. We have a government relations firm, a lobbying firm, the only minority firm in the state of Pennsylvania. In fact, I mean, there's minority lobbyists, but there's not a minority firm.
I know you were considered Rendell's headhunter when he first was elected governor, and then you served on 4 gubernatorial transition teams. So what exactly does that involve?
Basically assisting the governors in their selection of cabinet people and policies and procedures that are going to infect the constituency. But I'm pretty much not even in politics anymore. I mean,
No?
I dabble every now and then.
What are you doing right now?
What am I relaxing?
Good.
I mean, I'm taking it easy. I'm tired. I'm done. Social media has really changed my perspective in how I want to be involved. I mean, the ability for someone to tweet, Fred Clark's an asshole, and Fred Clark's a thief, and Fred Clark is a piece of shit. I mean, I'm not mad or anything. It is what it is. I mean, fortunately, I refereed. I know what it's like to have someone yell at you right in your face, live time, you suck. So it's not like it's something new to me. But I'm done. I'm done. I mean, I got kids now, and they read that stuff, and they go online, and they got Penn Live, right? You know, so anybody out there can say anything.
Right.
And it's not like before I know who you are,
Right.
and you know who I am,
Yeah.
and you're really going to say some shit about me, like, I don't think that's going to happen. So now you know what I mean, you could do anything, say anything. So I don't want that. I'm done.
What do you think about what's happening in downtown and Midtown?
I applaud anyone who is investing and opening up and being entrepreneurial. But I think there's a greater vision still. I don't think that we've come remotely close. It's going to take a while. It's going to take something or someone who gets it, who's fearless, who is not afraid to put themselves out there and go against the grain. I think everybody's happy with what they got and they think they have a lot and da-da-da-da. No, I think there's much more, much more. And it's sad because I see the pieces, it just needs an orchestra leader.
What are the pieces you see that would help elevate Harrisburg to its potential?
I say 3 things. One is there has to be more inclusion of minority and women. Has to be. In the dialogue, in the conversation, And I mean, you can't call every white person a racist,
Right.
and then stick your hand out and say, "Can you donate towards my cause?" So this whole dialogue, this inclusion of ideas and people, I mean, we're missing the boat. Black people do this, white people do this, gay people do this, Midtown people do this, these people do this, HYP does this. It's just a joke. I don't even have time for it. So once we could break that out
Yeah.
and come together, you know, whoever thought Harristown working with the city, whoever thought Broad Street Market working with Harristown, I mean, bringing all these people together,
Right.
getting the Whitaker Center to work with it. I mean, so that's the one thing. The second thing would be figuring out a way to fix our school systems. I'm in favor of shutting the Harrisburg School District down. Just shut it down. Just end it. Stop, you know? And having a county-wide school district. You know, because the brutal honest truth, you know, white folks out in Dauphin County don't want these black kids in their school. They don't. And all you need to do is just open a Patriot News when they were going to shut down Swatara. The Swatara kids were going to go to CD. And parents on the front page of Patriot News says, well, if you send these kids here, we're leaving. So, I mean, that tells you it all. And then the third thing is a more friendly, progressive, I mean, really progressive economic push. The tax abatement is good. I'm in favor of it. However, with that tax abatement, you have to convince the people that it affects that they will benefit from the economic development, whether it's job creation, whether it's procurement, whether it's the investor or developer contributing more as a way of impact fee. But there's got to be a give and take. I think those three things would make Harrisburg explode.
All right, Fred. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Sure.
Cheers, and on
Thank
to the
you.
next.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you have any like really funny stories from like your time in Harrisburg?
Yeah.
To share?
Not really.
You're not gonna.
No.
It's not gonna give up. The
I don't
good.
have any funny stories. No.
Scandalous story? Well, we all have scandalous stories.
All I have is secrets. I mean, that's all. I don't have anything else.
There's our outtake. It's just Fred. All I have is secrets.
Yeah.